2 people murdered with an axe. 2 others in the house when it happened. And yet, no one found guilty. The papers rushed to print. Lizzie Borden arrested for murder. Reporters jammed the courthouse steps, marveling at her calm, calling her as cool as a cucumber. And the story goes that a children's rhyme carried her name into legend. Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. This is the story of Lizzie Borden, America's first true crime celebrity, only on Hidden Lens History. August 4th, 1892, Fall River, Massachusetts. Andrew J. Borden, age 69, returns from his morning errands. By all accounts, Andrew was wealthy but frugal. The papers said he lived plainly, despite his fortune. Neighbors muttered that he was respected more than he was liked. That morning, Andrew lay down on his sitting room sofa. Minutes later, his daughter Lizzie called for help.
Someone help!
Andrew was dead. Reporters described his face as hacked beyond recognition. Upstairs, investigators found Abby Borden, Andrew's 64-year-old wife and Lizzie's stepmother. Abby's skull had been crushed by blows from a hatchet. 2 Bordens dead, and the only others in the house? Bridget Sullivan, the 25-year-old maid, and Andrew's 32-year-old daughter, Lizzie. Headlines read, "Double Murder in Fall River." Reporters didn't stop with the crime. They went digging into the Borden family itself. The papers said the household had already been uneasy. Just days earlier, Andrew, Abby, and Bridget had all fallen violently ill after dinner. Abby confided to friends that she feared poison. On the night of August 3rd, Lizzie's maternal uncle, John Morse, stayed at the Borden home. He was Andrew's brother-in-law, there to discuss family business and property. Reporters underlined the timing. An inheritance conversation, then murders the next morning. And then came the druggist. Headlines shouted that Lizzie had tried to buy prussic acid, poison, the day before the killings. Lizzie said it was for cleaning a sealskin cape. The druggist refused to sell it. The story goes that suspicion was already in the air, even before the first blow of the hatchet. Public opinion began to harden. Bridget Sullivan told investigators, "Well, I don't wonder that they arrested Lizzie Borden." That line ran in papers across the country. Prosecutors believed the motive was simple: Lizzie's cold relationship with her stepmother Abby and her resentment over Andrew's property transfers to Abby's family. And then there was the dress. Days after the murders, Lizzie burned a dress, saying it was ruined with paint. Prosecutors said it was ruined with blood. On August 11th, police arrested Lizzie. Reporters filled the courtroom, waiting for tears, a breakdown, something. Instead, when asked if she wanted the warrant read, Lizzie simply said, "I waive the reading." The papers marveled, as cool as a cucumber. December 1892. A grand jury indicted Lizzie for the murders of Andrew and Abby Borden. By June 1893, the trial began in New Bedford. Crowds mobbed the courthouse. Reporters filled every seat. The prosecution leaned on circumstance: Lizzie's poisoned household, the attempt to buy prussic acid, the burned dress, the impossibility of an intruder. The defense fired back. No murder weapon was ever tied to Lizzie. No blood-stained clothes were ever produced, and no witness had seen her commit the crime. Reporters scribbled furiously when the prosecution unveiled its most shocking evidence: the skulls of Andrew and Abby, placed in full view of the jury. If the sight was meant to sway hearts, it didn't. After just 90 minutes of deliberation, the jury returned. Not guilty. Lizzie walked free. She returned to Fall River, later moving into a grand home she named Maplecroft. The papers followed her for years, some sympathetic, many not. Neighbors shunned her, but she lived comfortably until her death in 1927. The murders of Andrew and Abby Borden were never solved. No one else was ever tried. Headlines faded, but the rhyme did not. Lizzie Borden became something American hadn't seen before. Not guilty in court, but guilty in memory. The country's first true crime legend. Like this story? Watch the rest of our Dusted Off History or Mugshot Mystery playlists. and subscribe to our channel for weekly episodes, only on Hidden Lens History.